Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. You're watching
Lists of 13.
Here you'll find lists of various topics, all in sets of 13.
If you have tristodectophobia, an irrational fear of the number 13, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list.
Here at Lists of 13, we like cars. Some may even say we have an unhealthy obsession with them.
It doesn't matter what kind of car it is, we are interested in them. Fast cars, slow cars, new cars, old cars, American cars, imports, any kind of cars.
In this series, we are talking about cars. All kinds of cars. The good, the bad, and the things that you probably didn't know. Today we're talking about a company that is very well known for making cars. They're also known for other stuff like boat motors and motorcycles. There's certain things that they have a really good reputation for, like their motorcycles. Their cars, some people might call that a different story. Today we bring you 13 facts about Suzuki that you probably didn't know.
Number 1. Suzuki Motor Corporation is a Japanese multinational corporation headquartered in Minami-ku, Hamamatsu, Japan. Suzuki manufactures automobiles, motorcycles, ATVs, outboard marine engines, wheelchairs, and a variety of other small internal combustion engines. It's a lot of stuff.
It is. Number 2. Suzuki was established in 1909 as a loom manufacturer.
Well, that's not like anything they do today.
Well, that's because any of their internal combustion stuff that they do wasn't really around so much.
No, that makes total sense, but I just keep thinking one of these things is not like all the others. Number 3. The Suzuki GSX 1300R Hayabusa is a sports motorcycle introduced by Suzuki in 1999. It immediately won acclaim as the world's fastest production motorcycle with a top speed of 312 kilometers per hour or 194 miles per hour. Hayabusa is Japanese for peregrine falcon, a bird that often serves as a metaphor for speed due to its vertical hunting dive speed of over 180 miles per hour. That is one fast motorcycle.
It really is, and that's why it's one of the most sought after motorcycles in the entire world.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there without true facts. Might also be one of the deadliest. People who drive things that fast with nothing around them, if they have an accident, it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, but it'd sure be fun until the accident happened.
I don't think so. I'd probably pee my pants.
Number 4. The Samurai, made by Suzuki, holds a Guinness World Record that is still unbeaten. It holds the record for driving to the highest altitude. This happened April 21st, 2007. The two-person team saw a sign that the previous record holders had left there. The folks used a Jeep Wrangler for their record attempt, and the sign read, "Jeep parking only. All others don't make it up here anyway." The team with the Samurai passed this sign and brought it back with them. To this day, the Samurai's record remains unbeaten.
Number 5. Suzuki motorcycles of today started off simply as motorized bicycles.
And we're not talking those electric motors, we're talking gas-powered motors, just throwing that out there.
Which is kind of silly. Like, did motorcycles and motorized bicycles exist at the same time? Or was it motorized bicycles that then became motorcycles?
Well, motorcycles existed before motorized bicycles from Suzuki, but Suzuki started with motorized bicycles because they were cheaper to make and they made them go pretty darn fast.
Yeah, you probably can talk a mother into her son having a motorized bicycle over a motorcycle.
Right.
Also another selling point.
Number 6. In 1982, Suzuki made arguably its best decision ever when it partnered with the Indian government to set up Maruti Udyog Limited as a joint venture for vehicle production and distribution. Suzuki's largest market is where this joint venture happened, in India.
Well, when you can cut down on the cost of shipping and production, that makes sense, I guess.
Right.
Especially when it's in your best-selling market.
True.
Number 7. Suzuki sold many cars in the 1990s and 2000s as rebadged cars. The Geo and Chevy Metros were rebadged Suzuki Swifts. The Geo Tracker was a rebadged Suzuki Sidekick, and the two-door Chevy Tracker was a rebadged Suzuki Vitara. Four-door Chevy Tracker was a rebadged Suzuki Grand Vitara.
There will be some lists on this channel at a later time of many different rebadged cars, but this is how Suzuki sold most of their cars in the 90s in the United States. Number 8. Most people think that the first four-wheel drive vehicle vehicle sold by Suzuki in the United States was the Samurai. This is not correct. In 1968, a Japanese company called Hope Motor Company introduced a small four-wheel drive vehicle with a 359cc Mitsubishi engine called the ON 360. Suzuki later purchased the company and transitioned the ON 360 into the 1970 LJ10. LJ stood for light Jeep. The LJ10 was imported to the States by marketing head of Suzuki at the time, Tim Sharp, and sold in California, Nevada, and Arizona. The LJ10 went on to be monikered the Jimny in 1970. Suzuki introduced the second generation in 1981, and in 1985 the company started exporting it to the United States as a 1986 Suzuki Samurai.
Now I know that LJ stands for light Jeep.
Well, I'm going to say that the Suzuki Samurais that we got in this country, Consumer Reports was like, oh, don't buy them. They're at much higher hazard for rolling over and all this kind of stuff. But you've got to use your head. It's a really small vehicle that is meant to be driven off-road and that kind of thing. And the places it's meant to be driven, you're going to have a little bit more of a rollover factor than an average car.
Number 9. In 2019, Toyota acquired a 4.9% stake in Suzuki.
Which, if you look at the American market, would be really pretty silly because we don't sell the cars anymore. So we still have motorcycles, of course, but among the rest of the world, they're actually great selling cars. Number 10. As of 2022, Suzuki employs more than 45,000 people and owns 35 production facilities in 23 countries.
That's pretty impressive. That's a lot of people and places. Number 11. In 1937, heavy consumer demand for automobiles in Japan inspired Suzuki to design a small car powered by an innovative liquid-cooled four-cylinder engine. It was called Suzulite.
I've actually seen one of those. They're kind of cool looking cars.
It sounds like the Diet Coke of the car world.
Number 12. Suzuki is the fourth largest car manufacturer in Japan.
That's cool.
Right, that stuff that I was saying before about Toyota buying part of them, that shows that it's a pretty good move right there, I think.
And number 13. The American Suzuki Motor Corporation, the sole distributor of Suzuki vehicles in the United States, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on Monday, November 5th, 2012, with $346 million in debt. In a statement, Suzuki said that various challenges led to its withdrawal from the American market, including low sales volume, the limited number of models in its lineup, and unfavorable foreign exchange rates. Suzuki also blamed the high costs associated with growing and maintaining an automotive distribution system in the continental United States, as well as the disproportionately high costs associated with meeting increasingly stringent state and federal regulatory requirements. This was the end of cars being sold in the US, but not the other items like bikes.
We hope you enjoyed this list today about Suzuki and the 13 facts you probably didn't know about them.
Tell us what you are most surprised about in the comments. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to get notified when we post new videos.
After subscribing, ring the bell.
After that, tell all your friends.
We hope you enjoy your day and keep being kind to one another.